Fighting ground. Online. Ranked match. Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Perfect air-to-air. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. The throw connects for counter-hit damage. Those hit harder than normal throws and really pile on the pressure. Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Digs in deep to get that drive. All right, what's coming up next? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. KO! Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Awesome! Are we going to see some fireworks here? Jumps in. Player two kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. It takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. But brushes that off and keeps going. Both fighters planning something? They're going for the super art? Up for the level 1 Vulcan blast. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Goes to the air. Rising uppercut. Throws him. What now? Get out of nowhere. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Decides to buff up while they can. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Misfire with the drive impact. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Grabs them. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Go heavy for the win. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jump in. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The jump in is denied. Decides to meet rising uppercut. Looking for a chance. Smart play with the throw. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Player one will need to play it conservative until their drive is just goes for it at this range. A quick breather. Their life tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. Connects with the throw. There's a burnout. Player one meets them air to air. Flatlines them. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Great match. Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
The top player is here. Let me have some fun.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Overdrive. He puts one in the pocket. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. What's the play here? Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity in a dire situation. They can't afford and the throw ends the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
The drive impact whips, brushes that off and keeps going. Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. They're going for the super art? That's not gonna hit. Down to the wire. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Player 2 is going to have a hard time. Burnout activated. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Now, can they finish the job? What's the next move? Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Smart play with the throw. Player 1 is in a pretty good of super art. Up for the level 1 Vulcan Blast. Looking for a chance. Crowns him from above. Drives it back, misses. And lands flatlines him. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Rising uppercut. Rising uppercut. Gets a chance at that jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Time for a drink. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Down to the wire. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Knockdown and... Player 2 will have to deal with... just goes for it in this range. Both fighters planning something? Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Player 1 brushes that off and keeps going. Connects with the throw. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation. Absolutely relentless. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Opens with the the throw connects. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Sets up with the jump in. Oh my God, what a throw set. What a smart throw. Oh, here we go. Nothing stops this train. Oh, stud. Bad news is on the way.
Come on. It's time
Get
to
to
trade.
the Sai-Ho. You better not flinch, because these boys quicker than a freaking hiccup. What's next? Can they use their drive draw super hard incoming? What now? Can they make it? Oh, they're gonna be in the middle. A real test of nerves here. Both sides getting ready. Put the fear of God in it. Player one really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Excellent block. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Gets a chance with that jump-in. All right, what's coming up next? That was a solid anti-air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive takes a big gamble and rips up KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Drive time! Who's going to start things off? Rising uppercut! Brushes that off and keeps going. Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Uses the burnout activates. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Smart play with the throw. Going in. Give me a super art. The super doesn't hit. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Genius read. Players, they're going for the super art. Burnout dissipates. Player 1 going on the offensive. Goes airborne. They flatline them. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Nowhere to run.
Let me have some fun.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Still slugging it out here. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Round 2. Fight.
Where you going?
Uses the gauge for a super art. Opts for the level 1 Vulcan block. Player 2 has the life advantage. Breaks their guard with a throw. Here comes the mix-up. Player 2 holding on to that corner. Ooh, hits him with a stopping block. Uses the tuck, bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 1 is not in a good place. Flawless round. They got him so quick. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.